Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Ace Attorney, the Phoenix Wright collection for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, yeah.
And we're back in this rich guy's office, so like, comment, subscribe, and tell us what you think about our Ace Attorney series in the comment section below.
Mustache guy.
Yep, so let's talk to Mustache Guy. Your refusal. How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see.
What?
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. You knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
That guy's...
I think not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case.
What?
Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here?
This guy's like a coward.
Yeah, he is. How do you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion, never looked back, that one.
That painting.
Pretty cool.
I know. That's quite a painting.
Aha, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course.
3 million?
No, I won't sell it. Not even to you.
We don't have that kind of money.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale.
We weren't asking.
I'm not buying.
Jeez. Okay.
Oh my gosh, she was like, I'm not selling it. It's like, we don't want your painting.
Alright, so we talked to him about the painting.
How would we have money for $3 million for one painting? This guy's got money to burn.
Well, we know he has money to burn. They're gonna have you examine. No.
And the painting isn't even very... It's just kind of weird. It's just a guy sitting there. It's nothing, like, important or anything. It doesn't look very exciting.
Alright,
It's not like
so...
an ancient battle scene.
Guess we have to go tell Maya the bad news. September 6th, 3:42 p.m.
Maya looks like she's in a good mood.
She's having the best day ever. Hiya! What?
Oh, you're back! Did you find the lawyers?
Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones.
Wow.
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Oh, I see. I've been abandoned then.
Oh my gosh, the feels. Your family. What about your family?
Well, I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is at all.
Don't know? She could still be alive. Your mother.
The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced that she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain.
So, you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers.
I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. So who was this man who, ruined your mother?
About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting quite desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim.
Wow, so what happened?
Well, the case was solved, we thought.
You thought?
The man my mother helped, the police, was captured. Oh, the man my mother helped the police capture was innocent.
Oh,
The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the whole nation.
I see.
Oh, White.
Excuse me? White?
Oh, that was his name. My sister told me.
White,
Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Defend her!
Defend Maya!
I've made up my mind.
Huh?
I'm gonna defend you whether you want me to or not.
What? Why?
Why? Well,
I can't abandon. I don't know. Someone else is the culprit. I don't know.
no one is as sad as the person without any friends. I know. I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for people who have no one on their side.
That's right. I'm feeling so, like...
Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
I feel so righteous-y and hero-y right now. That's so kind of you. Thank you, Mr. Lawyer, sir.
Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right! Thank you!
Whew, she smiled at least. She looks like an entirely different person.
She's happy!
One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes! And I trust you! So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So what next? Something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was one I tried to look into, that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Alright, so...
Hey, we're defending Maya!
let's go back to that hotel room now.
Alright.
Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me? You are, I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to the deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Aha, I believe our guest is currently using the, facilities. If you need anything, I'll be, taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah! Wait! No, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a little bit. Aha! I almost forgot, sir. Ah! You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned.
Mr. White!
Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name?
For Maya. That was his name! My sister told me.
White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Alright, let's get that.
Yeah, we're going to the drawer!
There's a screwdriver sticking out under the drawer.
Sorry,
Now's
I'm
my
getting-
chance to see what's inside.
I'm getting into this, Luke!
I know! What do we have here? A wiretap!
Oh my gosh!
What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this?
Something not right.
Wiretap added to the court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May.
It is against the law.
Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, bellboy! Still there?
Uh-oh, time to scram! I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court!
That's right, Shadow.
To be continued.
I actually, looking at that again, I think that's tangoing. But, oh well.
Save your progress? Yes!
Indeedeth. Wait, we could have saved?
That would have been like a 45-minute episode yesterday. So, yeah. Alright, here we go. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 1.
Ooh, we're in courtroom number 1 this time.
Oh, moving up.
Yep.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
Santa! The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
That guy.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth.
Whoa.
I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant.
Poker face.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and now we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may recall our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. This guy.
This guy.
Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name's Detective Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down to the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map thingy of the office to explain.
Oh, nice little diagram.
The body was found by this window here.
And the cause of death?
Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue? Floor plans added to the court record.
It was a clock.
Now, detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Mia Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I've had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Witness testimony. Maya's arrest.
Yep.
As soon as the phone call came, I rushed into the scene. There are 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya, and her lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Spiky hair. Immediately arrested Maya. Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
Except she was crying over the body, so that doesn't make sense.
The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong.
Interesting.
It worked lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. All right, let's give this a try. Oh boy.
Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
I like how his eyes get all bug-eyed.
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination now.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's press this guy.
Okay.
Let's press him till he starts
Maya's
sweating.
arrest.
As soon as the phone call came, I rushed into the scene. There were 2 people there already. the defendant, Miss Maya, and the lawyer. Hold it.
Are you absolutely sure it was us?
Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With our flunky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene.
Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care.
You should probably press the phone call thing.
Yeah, I know.
I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why, we had a witness account describing her. Hold it.
Just hold on 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had a hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You said it.
You definitely said it.
Exactly.
What about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence?
Yeah.
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. You have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
Yeah.
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Oh boy.
He's gonna change his testimony again?
Hard evidence.
This doesn't seem right when he keeps changing.
I know.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime when by own eyes, I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it was the word Maya. It was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the victim, it was her blood. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Why would she write it in her own blood? Dip it in her own blood and then... Oh my god.
How do you like that? That's my hard evidence.
It doesn't make any sense that she would do that. She would grab a pen.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about the vital piece of evidence the first time?
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Yeah, you tell him, Santa.
Santa with a little bit of a...
Sean Connery.
Thank you. Yep, hard evidence.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body.
Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it!
Yeah!
Oh, then who did write it, Smarty Pants?
The murderer?
What? Who? The killer! The killer! Anyone can see that. You're saying the killer wrote her own name, buddy, please.
Oh, no.
She was framed!
Yeah!
Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence?
Where's your evidence she wasn't
I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, pal.
Oh. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found.
I like your voice for that guy.
On it, word Maya was written clearly in blood.
Do you have proof it was Maya who wrote that?
Of course I do, pal.
Oh, you sounded pretty confident. This might not be so good.
Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger.
Just...
On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective?
The right hand.
She was right-handed.
Wow.
Nice try.
Uh-oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there.
This is so difficult to figure out what we're supposed to do.
Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Okay, who cares?
That was his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it.
Before she died, the autopsy.
Right.
The autopsy.
After securing the suspect scene of the, I found a memo written on the piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab tests showed... Exactly, Amber. Present! Where is
The
it?
autopsy.
There we go.
Or
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, and that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? No. You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
yeah.
No butting your way out of this, detective.
Woohoo! We're doing it.
Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
What? When?
The day after the murder.
No, the day of the murder.
It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
Oh.
What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object.
Almost immediate?
But there's a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow.
What?
I received the results this morning.
Why would they write that in a report?
No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. Thank you. That is all.
I see.
Blast you, Edgeworth! I should have known. Should have something up your
It
sleeve.
feels like he paid somebody to get the new report written.
Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say?
I hate you. You're a sham!
You're a sham! Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will retain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
Oh, I like these personal attacks. That guy's a jerk.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
New autopsy report. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Oh, thank you. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. You're up, Amber.
Great. I'm gonna be
Let the witness, Miss April, please take the stand.
I get to be another false witness.
Exactly. What part of her is innocent? Hold it! Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the testimony of April May. You are not gonna want to miss this. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming. Thanks for watching Ace Attorney on KwingsLetsPlays, brought to you by Capcom.